this is Yashima White AziLove, and this is our second week of the powerful new radio series, Women Who Empower Women. Now, the radio series can be heard on one of two stations. It's 95.7 Ben FM or on 102.9 WMGK. Both are on your FM dial and runs from Sunday to Thursday each and every week. But for those of you who are outside of the Philadelphia metro area, we absolutely don't want to leave you out. So you can just simply log on and listen to the podcast on iLikeBenFM.com or on WMGK.com. Just look for the big banner ad that says Women Who Empower Women, and you can listen to the podcast there, or you can click on the Magnate banner and it will bring you to our webcast and to additional resources and tips that will help to empower you in every area of your life as a woman. Now, I'm still excited and still believing in you that you and I together can truly live the Magnate life. And now remember, life is an acronym for living internally fulfilled every day. This week, I had the pleasure of speaking with Marilyn Russell. She is the host of the Morning Drive-In on 95.7 Ben FM, and she is the mastermind behind the Woman of the Week series that runs on Sundays. And I will tell you, it was just a pleasure to be able to sit down and speak with her about a topic that is really near and dear to my heart. I thought it would be awesome for us to sit down and have a conversation simply about sisterhood. Why is it critical that women empower women? What is unique about that? What's challenging about that? And finding out, how does Marilyn begin to qualify the women that are in her life, her sister girl circle? What does that really mean? So that we can learn some nuggets from someone who has dedicated her on mic and off mic life to truly the empowerment of women. So after you hear snippets and watch snippets from our interview, I want you to stay tuned because I have some other facts and figures and some tips to be able to share with you about sisterhood, why women should empower women.
It's been a really long time since you've seen them, and you pick up the phone and you've got an issue, bam, they drop what they're doing. They're totally there for you. That's the friend you know you can count on. Absolutely. And sometimes that is not your sister, your real biological. Sometimes one of my sisters will be like, no time for you today, but I've got a couple of those best friends that I know no matter what they're doing, they're going to drop everything, help me work through the problem, and everybody's happy. I don't see that as true. Maybe I've just been very lucky. I've had nothing but hugely successful relationships with women, and not in that way. Don't even think that. But I've been really blessed. I've had some great women bosses over the years that have treated me like gold and have encouraged me, and that is so helpful. I think that's the message we need to present. I think some of those Real Housewives and reality shows are not setting a great example. That's fun for silly little reality shows, but in the real world, the most important thing is that we support one another. I think we all use it. Everybody's a sister. I think that's a good thing. We need to treat one another like sisters, maybe even better than sisters, because sometimes families,
I know that's right.
They'll fight, but I think it's cool either way. I think, women, sisters, whatever, as long as we're remembering their strength in numbers. This is not a new concept. Men and the mafia have been sticking together for years and years and years. It's not a new concept. If we all buoy one another, everybody wins.
Absolutely.
I feel lucky. I get to do it. I get to highlight and showcase women, and that's makes me happy. Everybody's got a voice, and it should be heard. It's very important for us to remember to. You know how women roll, Yashima. I don't have to tell you. We tend to put everyone else's needs ahead of our own. It's important for us to remember we deserve happiness. We deserve the same amount of money. It may just be because I've worked with dudes for so long in radio that, I just wanted to make sure that women had a real strong voice here, and they do.
Girl power.
Yeah.
All right, so you remember?
Girls. Yes. My son. Absolutely. I'm going to say 10 people. Loyalty.
Loyalty. That's good stuff.
Marilyn, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I'm back, and we're still talking about sisterhood and women who empower women. Now, we have some homework, ladies, so grab a piece of paper and a pen, because we're going to take this journey on how we can live a more empowered life and how we can live a magnate life, living internally fulfilled every day. On your piece of paper, I want you to put 1 through 3. I want you to make a list of the top 3 things that make you feel empowered. Let me tell you why that's important. I truly believe that to every question, to every circumstance, to every issue in life, there is a person who has the answer. I'm clear that you cannot empower unless you feel empowered. It is not until you believe that you were fiercely and wonderfully made and that you operate in the fullness and the beauty of the woman that you are, that you can even have a conversation with your sister and actually be listening for why she's even sharing that information with you. Some of us have been isolated and silent for so long that we don't believe that our voice has value and that we don't believe that we are empowered in order to empower someone else. But let me just admonish you, my sister, that you were fiercely and wonderfully made. That there is something on the inside of you that your sister needs. And it's not until you feel empowered that even if you can't do that for yourself, love your sister enough to want to do that for her. Because the world is waiting for you to birth and to come forth and to share the beautiful jewels and gems and pearls that you have to share. So again, ladies, 1 through 3 top things that make you feel empowered. Listen, there was a study done that was reported in the New York Times that 3,000 women were interviewed. Of those 3,000 women, 84% of them said that something harsh, negative happened, some wounding happened at the hands of another female friend in their life. And that hurt has began to impact or has impacted their relationships with women moving forward. What I'm clear about is that there is this pervasive feeling in the sisterhood that makes us believe that sisters are just cat, that we're always at each other's throat. Well, on today, I want you to join forces with me, and I want us to absolutely kill the spirit of negativity. I want you to believe on base level that your sister is not your enemy. That this is a woman who has a shared experience. She is a mother. She is a wife. She's an auntie. She's a sister. She's a professional in that office next to you who experiences life the same way that you do through the eyes of what it means to be a woman. So if we start from that point, and I'm not telling you that everybody is to be trusted, because that's the second thing that I want you to put on your homework assignment, is I want you to write down your top 5 friendship criteria. Let me establish this. Number 1, every female is not your enemy. Despite the pain and the hurt that you might have experienced at the hands of another woman, be it willfully or out of their ignorance, we are choosing to forgive that. Because ultimately when we don't forgive that, we continue to experience that hurt over and over and over again. And let's not be mistaken, hurt people hurt people. So the second list that you're going to make is a top 5 friendship criteria. What is your litmus test that qualifies people for being able to come into your life? Is it they need to be trustworthy? They need to be great communicators? They need to be loyalists? What is it? But know what your top 5 criteria are. Hold to it and ensure that every relationship that comes in and out of your life, that you can qualify why they're there and or why they are exiting as a result of them not meeting your actual criteria. And for those of you that have always had more male friends than female friends, because I can hear you too, I want you to think about something. When you have made up your mind that you want to have female friends, you want to have people who have common experience with you. You want to know what it feels like to hear someone say, I understand, and you know that they really do understand. When you want to experience what it feels like to shed a tear with someone who is compassionate and who understands where it is you're coming from, that's when you need to start clearing your time, making room in your heart to be able to engage and to receive your sister. So that's the final step. I want you to write on your piece of paper 2 or 3 things that you need to do to ready your life, to prepare your life for the sister girlfriend circle that you really want, even if you didn't know that you wanted it, to clear your life and to clear your heart, ready and waiting for her to come to it. With that being said, I want you to click on the button below and I want you to add your comments. I'm interested in seeing what's in your friendship criteria. And together as women, we're going to start talking to one another about maybe that isn't clear or maybe that's not specific enough. But join me in this fabulous dialogue so that you and I can be women who are empowered and women who empower other women on our journey to live a magnate life.